Hello. Nice outfit.
Who cares?
What?
As long as there's nothing hanging in the way. Try climbing when things are dangling off you everywhere.
Finally, a good reason for scanty clothing. I'm Larry. Larry Laffer.
And I'm Nora.
Do you climb professionally?
You could say that. I just turned my hobby into my profession.
Mountain climber?
Biologist.
What does that have to do with climbing?
How the hell else am I supposed to get to the critters I'm investigating? Some of them are really fast and agile. Besides, I like the athletic challenge.
Good for the abs.
Unfortunately, I often miss my grip and fall.
Oh. What's your favorite animal?
Cats.
What? Just cats? I would have expected some totally exotic animal.
I don't like to take work home with me.
Good point. I'd like to get up to the top of that volcano.
Why would you want to go up there?
I'm looking for a stone from one of the founding fathers.
Which founding fathers?
The ones who discovered this archipelago.
Rocks are boring. I'd love to help you get up there, but I can't do it without my climbing gear.
There's supposed to be a dead marquee here somewhere. Did you see one?
No, I'm only interested in pod geckos.
In what?
The archipelago is home to many rare species, but one is truly unique, and it can only survive on the edges of a volcano. The long-tailed pod gecko. If only I could observe one. Unfortunately, some of my climbing equipment is missing. My sister Dora must have taken it by mistake.
Where can I find your sister then?
Oh, I have no idea where the hell she is now. She usually doesn't know herself. She's always totally overbooked. She said something about looking for a certain plant. What was it called again? Something with V.
Vagina.
Right.
What? Really?
Vagina dentata.
Nice name for a plant.
I'm not a plant person myself. It's an orchid that only grows in one place in the archipelago. It's extremely rare and has been growing here for centuries. But, like I said, I don't know anything about that stuff.
Larry, there's a passage in Swingle's file that mentions that plant. Apparently, the Marquis was looking for this plant because it's believed to have sexual magical powers.
If the marquee was there, maybe there's a clue to the keystone. Do you know any more precisely where it is?
The location is in the jungle on Gafuku Island, and I have detailed directions on how to get there. We have to go to a very specific clearing.
Then let's get a move on.
And when you get there, bring my climbing gear, will you please? And give my love to Dora.
Have to run. Practical. Really handy when it's time to get rid of the bodies in the basement. It's a pretty orchid growing there. Anyone looking for a pinch? Anyone? Pi, I know Muffington's one of the founding fathers, but why did they name the island after him?
I think it was the only island that didn't have a name.
Well, that's something. What else is here?
The founding fathers spent a lot of time here, and Rigibald Cockburn is said to be buried here. Maybe you can find some trace of him.
And I need to find a way to talk to Faith. She and the other cannibals will have to trust me. Is there anything else you can tell me about Muffington Island from the file?
The island is also considered to be haunted. It's said to be haunted by some scary Sister Superior.
Oh, that sounds exciting. Maybe I can find her. Speaking of scary, that guy back there does look kind of menacing. Even by cannibalistic standards, pretty extraordinary.
Larry, Swingle had also collected some interesting information about this island.
I have to admit, I am curious.
Gofuku Island holds traces of a lost civilization. Swingle suspected that this cavern of cosmic cognition is located here somewhere.
Good to know.
However, this is also the island with all the death traps left behind by an ancient civilization.
Oh! I've never seen a mushroom like that before. Maybe you can even eat it.
And maybe you'll start to glow from within.
I wouldn't mind. That must have been placed centuries ago. Ah, here's the path the Marquis described. That must be Nora's climbing gear. I'm supposed to bring Nora her climbing equipment.
I'll take it back to her once the orchid is bloomed.
Still seems a little closed up. I like her outfit. Airy, appropriate to her surroundings, and practical. Hey, would you be Dora?
Who wants to know?
I do.
I mean, who are you?
Larry. Larry Laffer.
And how does that help me?
I don't know. You asked.
I give up.
Don't worry, you get used to him.
Your sister says to say hi.
Thanks. Did she fall off something again?
No, but she's preparing to climb the volcano.
I sure hope that doesn't turn into a train wreck.
Have you seen a gold stone or a dead marquee lying around here anywhere?
No, I probably would have noticed both of those things.
Too bad. What are you doing here?
Actually, I came here to examine the ruins. They're one of my specialities. I more or less fell into it.
Into the job?
No, I was on vacation in South America when I got separated from my group and fell into a pit. Landed right on top of this gold statue. Man, it hurt. Then I was constantly on TV and everyone said I was an explorer specialized in some sort of tombs. And since I had nothing better to do, I thought I'd just travel around and see if I could find some more.
And luck?
Not so far, but that statue made me rich, so it doesn't matter.
Wow, good for you.
I'm concentrating on plants now. They don't hurt as much when you fall on them.
Looks like falling seems to run in your family. I'm supposed to bring Nora her climbing equipment.
Yeah, I must have taken it by mistake. I'm such a mess sometimes. I'll take it back to her once the orchid is bloomed.
Is that the vagina dentata? Maybe I can help you get it to blossom.
Oh, you've heard of it? Yeah, it is. Don't you dare touch it. It's very sensitive and only the most empathetic and sensitive people should approach it. Otherwise, it will never bloom, and if it does, I want to be there to see it happen.
Does it bite?
It's not a carnivorous orchid, don't worry.
Maybe I can help you to get that orchid to bloom.
That would be a magical moment. But only absolute experts should be present for that, like me. And you don't look the type.
But I know a lot about flowers. And bees.
Oh yeah? Okay then. There are many different orchids in the archipelago, but they are all extremely poisonous except for one species. You can bring me one of those, can't you?
Of course.
I'm sure you also know that all the others are deadly. Just the slightest skin contact will kill you.
That non-toxic orchid is blue, right?
If I say yes and the blue orchid is poisonous...
You would have really made a fool of me. So, is it blue?
Ugh.
How's your relationship with your sister?
We actually get along quite well, although there is a bit of rivalry. After all, we work in similar fields. I think she could be a little more relaxed. She's always looking for the next big challenge. She should stop and smell the flowers along the way.
Like you.
Exactly.
See you later. I better not touch the roots. A thick bush. That's not the kind of bush I like. Nothing happening. That huge rock has to be moved out of the way first. An information brochure about the island. Here are some boring facts about the archipelago's history. Lots of nice photos that seem to be pretty old. And some information about the flora here. A rare, highly bioluminescent fungus which greatly reduces the heart rate when you eat it grows somewhere here in the archipelago. It seems the orchids here are all pretty poisonous. Only one species with a single blue flower and pointed leaves doesn't kill you the moment you touch it. I don't even want to know what kind of dangerous animals they have here. That's fine just the way it is.
Hey,
What's up?
do you have any idea what happened to all that junk I collected?
Junk? What junk?
The junk that was hanging on that hook.
The raft-shaped junk?
The junk-shaped junk.
I, recycled it for you. Isn't that great? Anything for the planet. So how's that bird doing now?
I had to scrub it for hours to get the oil out of his feathers. But I did it.
Great news!
I set him free in the jungle, even in a spot where there was a female close by. But as soon as he saw it, he panicked and ran in the opposite direction.
That's weird. What a strange bird. Once you're done at Kalaua, where will you go from here?
I don't know yet. I go where I'm needed. There are still enough people in this world who go through life without thinking about others, always throwing things away, tipping them over, breaking them, stealing them.
Sometimes there's just no other way.
I beg your pardon?
Nothing. Another animal in distress somewhere?
Not at the moment. Would you help me if the alarm went off somewhere?
Sorry, I have a lot of animals to take care of myself.
That's definitely a good reason.
See you later. It's a pretty orchid growing there. That must be the non-toxic orchid that Dora wants.
Are you sure?
Only one way to find out. You know, I think I'm still alive.
Good thing.
There's someone panting right behind the hole. Hello? No answer. Hey, I brought you the only non-toxic orchid in the archipelago.
Oh, wow, that's it. Maybe I misjudged you. You do have some botanical expertise.
Has there been any change in the giant orchid?
No, nothing at all. I'm not sure. Something's still missing.
Larry, I've been going over the Marquis's notes from Swingle's file.
And?
He wrote in his diary, I have discovered a most unusual plant. Its scent is bewitching and its appearance is alluring, but the orchid is a harsh mistress. It requires a great deal of attention. 3 things are needed to make it blossom. It can only grow if it is fertilized with poisonous bog water, like a fair lady. The orchid must be beguiled with words. The ethereal sound of classical music touches not only the hearts of men, but also that of this plant.
How does your Python know all this?
I taught it well.
Did not.
So, plenty to do.
Okay, folks, it's time for a laugh. Thank you. You're a wonderful audience. Just too bad you're not here. Except for you, in the back. What's your name?
Larry Laffer.
You sure look like it, too. It's one dynamite joke after another today. Today's the premiere of my new stage show, featuring exclusive new material never before heard on any stage in the world.
Wow.
An orc, a troll, and a Mandalorian walk into a bar. The Mandalorian says, I roll a 7. The orc drops dead in its tracks. Says the Mandalorian, hey, I didn't shoot first. Okay. That one's kinda so-so.
I'll take one.
A necromancer pops up in front of a busty blonde. She says, is that a high character value in your pants? Or are you just happy to see me?
Hi, I'm Larry.
Hi, my name is Otis. You seem pretty brave.
Why?
I mean, you're a man, right?
You bet I am.
I should be throwing you in our jail right now.
No need, I've been there.
What?
Nothing.
Well, I'll make an exception.
You like being in this tribe?
Oh, so. Yeah, I'm not allowed to live in the village. My hut has to be outside.
Why's that?
Somehow I sometimes feel like I'm different, from the other cannibal girls. And I've been a member of the tribe since the very beginning.
And, well, I think you're... How can I put this delicately? You're clearly a man.
What? Of course not. That's an unsubstantiated allegation. At any rate, well, I'm just so confused. I don't really know what I am. It's all so confusing.
You have to learn to accept yourself as you are.
What do you mean?
You have to accept your masculine attributes. I have the same problem myself, but at some point I simply had to accept that my masculine virility has no limits. A man can also have his merits.
But the others behave so strangely towards me. This society simply has expectations of me that I can't meet.
If you find yourself attractive, then others will too.
There is something in what you're saying.
What do you know about the little guy in prison?
Oh, he kinda creeps me out. Oh, he looks at me funny and he licks his lips. And the places he grabs himself. There's no way I could ever reach those on my body. The other day, he made me so furious that I grabbed him and choked him. But he actually liked it. I stopped, and he was really disappointed. He said he almost had a sexual out-of-body experience. Ugh. Hopefully, he'll soon be fat enough to eat, and I won't have to hear his voice anymore.
Can you tell me about the Sister Superior?
The Sister Superior? Better not talk about her. She's always somewhere nearby watching us. If we do anything she doesn't like, bad things happen.
Why don't you do something about her?
If only it was that easy. She especially picks on me. I'm her nephew.
You are?
That's what she calls me, and she thinks that everyone in her family is respectable. So I should be too.
I have to get going. Don't eat limbs unless you know where they came from. I really don't want to look too closely. Yoo-hoo! Could you come back in here?
What is it now?
How long have you actually been living on the island?
Oh, for quite a while now.
But do you know where you were before?
I only have a vague memory. I was very young, but that doesn't matter. We're living in paradise here, as long as we follow the holy book.
What is your holy book?
It contains all the rules we need to live a good life. It tells us what is right and what is wrong. The book is really old, but it was damaged. Fortunately, we were able to put it back together. But, sometimes I'd like to try some of the things that are wrong.
Who doesn't?
But whenever we do something that is not according to the rules in the Holy Book, Sister Superior comes to haunt us. She makes her way through the village and scares us. I was talking to Otis the other day, and I noticed how good she smells. Somehow kind of spicy, different from everyone else here. It made me curious. But then the Sister Superior appeared and yelled at me to keep my hands to myself.
About Otis.
What about her?
So you're kind of curious about her?
Yes. There's something about her that's kind of manly. Sister Superior can't be allowed to hear this.
Of course.
I'm just curious about what it would be like with her, you know? Is that normal? I think I'm the only one here that feels that way.
Sister, if you're asking this guy what normal is, you've come to the wrong place.
Quiet, Pie. There's nothing wrong with you being attracted to him. I mean, her. I mean, after all, you've already had a look in my pants.
Have you forgotten that that's not necessarily representative and it might put someone off?
I will turn you off in a second. Maybe you should just talk to Otis again.
I can't do that. I'm on guard duty and I can't just walk away. And how am I supposed to know if I'd even really be interested in the contents of his pants?
Maybe something can be done about that. Can I have an audience with the Queen?
Of course not. The Queen has given strict orders that she is not to be disturbed.
Why? What is she doing?
She says she's organizing us.
You must admit, that sounds like an excuse to take a nap.
Quiet.
See you later. That Wendy girl finds you interesting.
Really? That would be great.
You like her too?
When I look at her, something happens down there.
That sounds familiar. So you're interested in Wendy, she's interested in you.
But I'm really not certain she's actually interested in me.
Look at yourself. A man like you. You're top, and then there's... your sonorous, powerful voice, not to forget. Your penetrating, masculine gaze. So...
I don't know. I can't say I'm really convinced. Those things make me feel uncomfortable and unattractive. Wendy would just laugh at me.
That Wendy girl finds you interesting. So you're interested in Wendy.
But I'm really not certain she's...
Look at yourself. A man like you... your barbaric tresses. And then there's... your sonorous, powerful voice, not to forget. Your penetrating, masculine gaze. So...
You're right. I really am completely manly. Well, maybe I should actually reach out to Wendy. But how can I make her curious about me?
well, you're wearing that loincloth.
It gives me a lot of freedom down below. And everything dangles so nicely.
I've learned that nowadays, people send each other photos of their... you know.
What's a photo?
Just let me take one. Wendy will be thrilled.
If you say so.
Okay, hold still. Let me take a picture.
Does it hurt?
Only if you put it on the internet.
Where?
Let's not talk about that.
What? How did you get out?
I was just looking for the bathroom.
Get back in there.
Yoo-hoo! Could you come back in here?
What is it now?
I have a photo here that might interest you.
Show me. Wow, so this is what they look like ungrilled? Are they all so hairy?
All depends on where you shave.
Well, I like it.
Maybe you should talk to Otis about this.
That's a good idea, but I'm not supposed to leave my post.
I'll keep watch for you here.
Maybe that would be enough. I'm just so curious.
Otis can't wait to see you either. Have fun! Great, the coast is clear. I really don't want to look too closely. I've heard that editing holy books doesn't go down too well, although that wouldn't make much of a difference here. This seems to be a recruitment brochure. I'll just take it with me. That's just a simple recorder for kids. Or for me.
Larry, if some of the founding fathers died here in the archipelago,
And there are lots of graves here.
sometimes you even think along.
But I can't just dig up every grave in the area. We have to know which one we want. Here lies Sister Superior Frigid. I can't do anything like that. I'm definitely gonna leave them alone. Some water has collected up there in the mud, and it's bubbling unpleasantly. I'll just give it a tap. All right, that's it. No harm done. There's something written on it. Instant contact with the dead. Please add something that was loved, something from the body of a descendant, something from the body of the deceased, wax to bind everything, and finally some fine spice. Then take the bag to the grave. I hope this doesn't corrode the cup. Yikes! A skeletal hand! Oops! I broke a finger off it. Well, that will have to do. One finger will do. Cozy. Almost too cozy. I'm not looking to move in. Oh, the skeleton of a man. I want to have a closer look at that. Ah, the two of them actually got together. I think I should just leave them alone. Otherwise, Wendy will lock me up again.
Wonderful! That did something!
I can connect the recorder here. It's recording now. Okay, let's see what I can do. The recorder recorded my beautiful piano playing. I'll take him back with me. Yes, the orchid seems to like that.
Something's happening.
See you later. Right, compliments. I mean, it's a plant. Shouldn't be too hard. Hey, pretty flower.
Are you always that direct?
Well, we don't want to waste any time.
Larry, that orchid's old enough to be the one the founding fathers stood before.
Okay. Greetings, O colorful bounty of the soil. Was that good?
Well, I guess it was enough. Keep going.
How?
Give it compliments.
What an aura!
I like that. Keep it up.
Your delicate scent carries throughout the island.
Hey, you're really getting the hang of this.
I have to say, I'm impressed by your seduction skills. I think you've paid her enough compliments. Oh, Larry, it's opened. What an incredible moment. Wait, the bud in the middle still hasn't quite opened. That's the most important thing. Without that, there's no way I can study the orchid properly. Something's still missing.
There's something in the Marquis's notes. I have discovered something that makes this orchid unique. It responds to lust. Physical love and its proximity makes it bloom.
Huh. That could mean it's sensitive to pheromones. Pheromones that people give off during sex. Maybe we should motivate the orchid a little.
The things we do for environmental protection.
Yuck. Who is that?
Well, I'm pretty sure he's not alive anymore. That disgusting plant also spat out a piece of parchment.
Don't call it disgusting. It's beautiful.
It's a note from the Marquis de Canard. Then that must be him.
But how did he end up inside the plant?
Pi, could you scan the parchment and decipher the text?
Of course. Just a second. Processing. I found out something about myself in the cavern of cosmic cognition that I should never have learned. No one should have this knowledge. No one should ever enter the cave again. Curse Cockburn and Gobbledygook. I told them I was going to throw myself into the volcano. Let them believe that, but I'll only throw away my keystone at the volcano. For myself, I have found a much more beautiful place to die. I shall crawl in and never come out again.
Which he obviously did.
But the plant is blooming. We did it, Larry. Thank you so much for your support in making it happen.
That's exactly the kind of support I'm known for.
Could you take Nora her climbing gear? I can't leave right now. I need to examine the plant.
Sure thing.
If we bring Nora her equipment, we can search the volcano for the stone. I guess our first lead was right after all. The Marquis wrote that he threw the stone away there somewhere.
Then let's get going. Thanks, but I'm not carrying any human remains today. Dora sends her regards as well, and gave me this for you.
My climbing equipment! Great! Then I can finally continue my search for the pod gecko. Hopefully I can manage it this time without everything going wrong.
Nora, is that the pod gecko over there?
No, that's some weird guy who lives up here on the volcano.
Okay. Right.
He came out of that weird door just as I was climbing up.
What are you doing on my volcano? Go away!
She looks like she could pull herself up by her little finger if she had to. I don't know what confuses me more, the cape or the piano keys around his neck.
Halt! Not one more step! What's your name? What do you want?
I'm Larry. Larry Laffer. am searching for cosmic cognition.
As we all do, but very few of us ever find it. Enlightenment and wisdom are fleeting.
It shows. Who are you?
No.
What do you mean, no?
That's my name. No. Dr. No.
Oh, so you're a doctor?
I am a genius. But I could also serve as a doctor and operate on you. I'll get my knives. Your thyroid gland is exactly what I need. Mine is all acting up.
No thanks. Everything inside is working just fine.
The whole world will tremble before me.
Yeah. Forget I asked. Why are you living up here?
This is my secret headquarters, from where I can control everything. This island, and soon the whole world.
Where's the headquarters?
It's inside the volcano, where the lava can't reach, hidden behind a huge waterfall. And it's full of state-of-the-art technology.
Unbelievable. The whole world will really tremble before you.
Yeah.
Don't you get bored up here?
Never! I cast my eye across the world and make plans for what I will do when I have conquered it.
But up here there's no bar, no movies, no music.
Music! Piano! No piano! Evil! Evil!
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to scare you.
No, he's not scared.
Could you step aside a bit?
Nobody tells me where to stand on my volcano. You never know where a piano might be laying in wait for you.
A piano?
Where?
It's okay. There's nothing here. Don't mind me. I'm just looking around.
Yes, go away.
Looks cozy, if you're not very demanding. I hate camping. Where would an elevator lead to here? Into the lava? Can't open it like that. Locked up tight. Sounds good to me.
A piano! A piano! Evil! Evil!
I think he ran away. Hopefully not into the lava.
Now you think of that?
The piano music scared that weirdo off. I wonder what's wrong with him. Hello? Well, nobody's answering. There's something shiny in there. Ah, there's the keystone I was looking for.
Mr. Wang? Hello? Nobody here? I should come back later. Then again, now I could find out something about him. Yes! He had security cameras installed throughout the company, except for in his own office, of course. Oh, I have to hurry. Not even password protected. Oh, wait. This can't be. Mr. Wang can display whatever any PiPhone camera in the world is seeing on his computer. He has a folder here with his favorite scenes. Oh, the thumbnails alone are bad enough. Although, this is interesting. No, Nari. Don't click it. In any case, Mr. Wang is spying on everyone's bedrooms out there. When I think about the secret project, he could use that too. Oh, God, I can't let that happen. It's time for resistance.
That's the Marquis de Canard's round keystone. This is the Marquis de Canard's note.
I found out something about myself in the cavern of cosmic cognition that I should never have learned. No one should have this knowledge. No one should ever enter the cave again. Curse Cockburn and Gobbledygook. I told them I was going to throw myself into the volcano. Let them believe that, but I'll only throw away my keystone at the volcano. For myself, I have found a much more beautiful place to die. I shall crawl in and never come out again.
Which he obviously did. Her skin reminds me of something, but I can't remember which leather sofa it was. I always wanted to have an inflatable crocodile in my pants. Then I'll just grab this energy drink. There's nothing left in there. Hey, Shawnee! How's the bag packing going?
It's pretty hard when there aren't many people around.
Because they don't give you enough money?
Sort of. Even the guy in the lobby won't give me any of his tips.
That could be because he works for them.
He just stands around all the time, not working. Besides, he probably's just using them for drugs.
True enough, I guess. Do you have any tips on how I can bag pack too?
Oh, you're doing all right with that raggedy outfit of yours.
I beg your pardon? This is a wedding suit.
Your expression's good too. Just a little confused, hungry, and pleading.
Hey, I don't always look like this.
Then you should be able to manage a trip around the world.
Who are these people who give me money?
They're from all different walks of life. I just have to build an emotional connection to them so that they understand my spiritual journey. Some people have real problems with that. They're just not in touch with themselves.
Or they're stingy.
Or that. I came to this archipelago to thank one of my benefactors personally. He founded this new, totally hip cryptocurrency and opened a new headquarters with his employees here on an island.
Cryptocurrency?
I'm sure you've heard of it. Clickcoin? Don't ask me exactly how that works. I haven't been able to use it to pay for anything yet, but it's good to have a reserve in your wallet.
Wallet?
Anyway, they're headquartered on an island that's completely inaccessible. An island completely surrounded by reefs. A lot of ships have gone down there. Some of them are really old. They must have been wrecked centuries ago.
Larry, according to Sir Muffington's log, his ship, the Unsatisfied, sank off a storm-tossed island here. We should take a closer look at that island.
You're right about that. But Shawnee, why did they open their headquarters in a place like this?
For security reasons, they said. It's private there. It's unregulated offshore waters and all that.
What can you tell me about the island with the dangerous reefs and the waves? Like, for example, its name?
No idea. But the coordinates of the island are -20 and 3. And your ship will have to be especially well equipped to prevent it from being wrecked too.
All I have is a raft.
Then even more so. You should put bumpers on both ends of your raft, otherwise the waves will toss you around and smash you against the rocks.
That would be a bad thing. Wanna go with me?
No, I'll let fate decide. When the stars are right, the perfect wave will carry me there.
If that works.
I float through life like a feather on the wind.
See you later. How's the water?
Wet. You stupid or what? Stick your hand in if you want to know for sure.
I didn't mean to.
Don't care what you meant.
Have you been here at the hotel long?
Are you implying that I've been here since the 80s?
No, of course not.
I have, though. My second husband ripped off this stupid investor and took him for a cheap suite. And then I ripped him off. Now the suite is mine.
You sound pretty determined.
You could call it that. Maybe you do have some brains, kid.
And now you're living the good life here?
Nah, I'm looking for a new husband. Let's hope number 8 is better than number 7, and is packing more in his pants than number 6. How about you, kid? You already spoken for?
I'm already on my 4th marriage.
So was I at your age. Trust me, the 5th marriage is easier.
I'll remember that. How's the husband hunt going?
Kinda stalled. Had a candidate in mind. Then he went swimming one night and disappeared. Well, one of his feet washed up on the beach. Don't want to marry a foot.
Nice drink.
Straight alcohol. Only why I can tolerate this meaningless existence.
You mean the whole leisurely floating in a pool under the tropical sun thing?
Here's mud in your eye, kid.
I have to get going. Don't drown. What a blowhard. Not right at the moment. More in general. The inflatable guy's valve fits right in the hole. I feel a draft. Locked, but I can hear someone in there breathing pretty heavily. Those two things won't work together. The crocodile provides perfect protection for one side of my raft. Aesthetically, this may not be the best shock protection, but as long as it works, it's already perfectly built. That's fine, just the way it is. We survived the waves!
I'm adding the island to the navigation app. Larry, I found something else about that ship graveyard in the file.
Really?
Apparently, Captain Muffington tried to stop the Marquis's plans, but some huge waves smashed his ship, the Unsatisfied, onto a reef. The ship sank as a result, with him aboard.
Which means that his keystone probably went down with him.
You might be able to find some more clues here on the island.